Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we're here to talk about a second video from the series, my top favorite notes and fragrances. And today we're going to be covering the note which is going to be surrounding boozy accords or boozy notes. It could be whiskey, tequila, wine, rum. It doesn't matter if it's boozy, it's going to be here in my favorite top 10 favorite boozy scents that I have for you. So stay a while, grab a drink, cheers, and relax because it's coming up right now. This is just apple juice. Or is it? It's coming up right now. Alright, so let's kick things off with the first fragrance here that's going to be featured at Boozy Scents. This is none other than Lawn Ohm. This is the mojito fragrance, as they like to call it in the fragcom. It's basically a better fragrance. As you see, it's a green fragrance. It's a very aromatic fragrance. The thing here, it has that mojito accord, it has mint, it has bergamot, and it has a woody vetiver dry down. It's a phenomenal fragrance. It is a little bit linear, but it's a phenomenal fragrance for the warmer days ahead. This is my, I guess you could say, my 10th fragrance in the boozy vein of things. This is going to be like one of my favorite fragrances. I've had this fragrance for a few years now. I want to say about 3 years. This is my second bottle. I've had a couple bottles. This is the vintage with the metal plate. They have changed this fragrance a couple of times, I believe. At least once, I know for sure. They don't have the metal plate anymore, which means it's been reformulated. This is the first formulation. The mojito accord here is amazing. It's a true mojito scent. I think this is probably one of the best mojito scents. If you like that mint, fresh cut limes kind of accord, definitely check this one out. Even the current formulation is a great fragrance. This fragrance here just knocked my socks off when I first tried this last year. It was featured on my top summer list, and I think it's definitely going to make it this year again in the niche vein of things. This is still life in Rio. As you see, this bottle is pretty much gone. I will get a bigger bottle. This is an amazing fragrance featuring the note of cachaça, which is a Brazilian white rum. Fresh cut limes again. Very similar theme to Lawn Ohm. It's gonna have that mojito vibe, but the only difference here is that it has sugarcane, sugar cubes, as well as the coconut heart that you're gonna get here in this fragrance, and then it dries down to this beautiful suede leather-like effect that you get with this fragrance. So still life in Rio. And number 9, a phenomenal boozy scent. Again, very good for this time around, May, June, July, August, as it's warm out. This is extremely sparkling, refreshing, and very invigorating at number 9. The next fragrance here is the gin and tonic of the fragrance community, and I love this fragrance from the house of Frapon. This is Luministe. The only biff I have with this fragrance is the performance. I just wish that this fragrance gave me at least 8 hours. You know, I'm happy, you know, if it gave me at least 8 hours, but sometimes I'm lucky if I get 5 to 6 hours with this fragrance. It's kind of fleeting, but it's a perfect gin and tonic feeling that you get with this fragrance. It's very, I'd say, casual. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, but it's one fragrance that one thing is good. And one thing is for sure with this fragrance, you're gonna get positive notices and very good compliments with this because it's a very pleasant scent. This one here is a crowd pleaser for sure, and arguably the best from the house of Frapon. I'm so happy to find this fragrance last year, and you know, as soon as it came out, it was hard to find. Prices were climbing on it, and then it was readily available again. It is available now for a great bargain price if you want to check this out. This is Perry Ellis Oud Black Vanilla Absolute. Now this fragrance here has a vanilla bourbon note in here. It's just to die for. It's like a sweet cordial that you drink after a nice meal. This is great for night out, for you know, dressier occasions. It's just a refined vanilla scent. I absolutely love this fragrance. If you love fragrances like Spiritueuse de Vanille, you know, those kind of fragrances, that's what you're gonna get with this. And again, the reason why I love this fragrance is because of the affordable price that you can get this at. So it's gonna give you about 6 to 7 hours performance, not monstrous, but it's definitely good and above average. And like I said, for what you're getting, it's a very beautiful vanilla boozy scent that if you do love vanilla boozy scents, this one is definitely a must to check out. Now the next fragrance I'm going to be featuring here now is a fragrance that is my favorite red wine fragrance of all time. This here has the Barolo wine, which is natural of the region of Italy, and it was actually aged in caskets. The process of making this fragrance was actually so hard and so expensive that the company, shortly after the release, I believe in 2009, had discontinued the fragrance in 2010. This is none other than Barolo from the house of Boticario. And as you see here, I don't know if you can see it from the light, but I've wore just about half of the bottle. I try to wear this very gingerly. It's a phenomenal red wine Barolo fragrance. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It's a monstrous compliment getter for me, and the performance in this fragrance is 10 plus hours. Again, shortly discontinued. The closest that you can get from this fragrance, I'll list it down in the description box, is going to be a fragrance called Malbec, which is like an Argentinian type wine that this fragrance house put out, which is actually very reminiscent and similar to this one. But this one here is much better because it performs better, and with the red wine accord, you have some beautiful woods here, undertones, and it also has the note of dark chocolate. It's just an amazing oriental gourmand red wine kind of fragrance that's a little bit spicy as well. What an amazing fragrance. If this wasn't discontinued, I would love to wear this even as a signature scent. Don't ask me where you can find this because I'm looking for more bottles myself, but all joking aside, this is a great, great fragrance. Barolo from Boticario. If you can find this, definitely grab it. I got this, it was already discontinued, I paid close to $100, and I would gladly pay over $100 again if I found this, because it's just that good. Now, this next fragrance that's coming up right now, it was actually my scent of the day today. If you follow me on Instagram, you'd see that this was featured there. This is a hidden gem kind of fragrance. I found it by accident, and I'm so glad I have. This fragrance is called Tequila Goat Lawn Ohm. I don't know much about this fragrance. I will list it in the description box where you can find this. I've seen this as high as $200, $195 on eBay, and I've seen this as low as $78 and change at this particular website. I think it's called bonanza.com, but I'm going to list it down below if you guys want to check this out. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I just love this fragrance. Really genuinely love this fragrance. I just have found this fragrance and I wanted to share with you guys since I was putting these top note videos, and Boozy, Boozy scents were going to be next. Tequila Goat has that blue agave tequila note in here, just perfectly made with a woody backdrop. It's just aromatic, amazing scent, very boozy, and one that will garner a ton of compliment. This here has all the characteristics of a perfect signature scent all year round. Do check it out if you can. Perhaps if somebody wants to get a couple decants out of this fragrance, I can probably accommodate, but I really wouldn't like to do that because, again, this is not as easy to find, and I'm so in love with this fragrance. So Tequila Goat, definitely check it out. If you guys want to see a full review on this, I'll be happy to do it. It's just, the bottle looks amazing. The cap is amazing, solid, metal, just really good quality through and through. And I get 10 plus hours with this fragrance. And again, I get a lot of compliments. So this one here is probably so far this year, my best hidden gem or best find of a fragrance that no one talks about. Tequila Goat, phenomenal boozy scent. Now, this next one here is definitely my go-to and favorite warm weather boozy scent. And this one here is from the House of Creed, and if you follow my channel, my taste, and my top videos, you know this is going to be Virgin Island Water. Now, this is not the blue cap one, but it's still a great, great fragrance. I think the only difference, this is just from like a review, purpose. The silver cap versus the all blue cap, the main difference here is that the blue cap will feature more coconut, and this one here has more of the lime white rum accord, which I love. It's really refreshing, great for the hot days. Phenomenal fragrance. Again, one that will garner compliments. It will make you smell really invigorating, refreshing, and it's very uplifting kind of scent, kind of sparkly, kind of like a pina colada. The only difference here is that you don't have the pineapple here, but it's a great, great scent. Definitely check it out. I actually like to layer this with Aventus, actually putting more sprays of this. It's just, a little fun fact with my new blends that I will be talking about this blend, by the way, with my next new blends. I think it's part 6 this time around. I love to layer this with Aventus when it's really, really hot out. So enough of that. I'm going to talk to you guys about that on that video. So Virgin Island Water, great boozy scent for the warmer days. Now, this next one, these are the top 3, my favorite boozy scents at this time. There was a ton of great boozy scents that I could have featured in this video and talked about. Just so hard to pinpoint to 10, but I had to look into my collection and figure out the ones that I really, really reach for and the ones that I mostly like to wear. So it all came down to these 3. These are my truly top favorite boozy scents, and these are my top 3 favorites. This is a house here that gets no talk at all in the fragrance community. I don't know why. This is a house called Mason Martin Margiela. Please check this out if you have a Sephora near your house. They have amazing fragrances. Most performance with this house is about, average to above average, but the smells are amazing. All the fragrances are great. This one here is called Jazz Club, which is a tobacco boozy scent, and I absolutely love the note of rum here. And it has like a woody, spicy backbone. It's a tremendous fragrance when I'm going out, night out, dinners. This is a great compliment garner. People always ask me what I'm wearing when I'm wearing this and dressed up. So check it out, Jazz Club, a great, great woody spicy with a rum note. And the great thing about this fragrance also, in the dry down, it has this Havanese vetiver oil. So I'm a huge fan of vetiver as well. So this gets me, actually I'm a huge fan of tobacco as well. So this fragrance has it all. It's got tobacco, it has the rum for the booziness, and it has the vetiver dry down. So you can't ask for more, and no wonder why this is my number 3. Jazz Club, check this out. I'm sure if you have the taste like I do and you like boozy, tobacco, and vetiver, this is a must. Now the number 2 here is a great fragrance from the house of Mugler, or Terry Mugler. This fragrance here was released in 2009 as a limited edition. It was quickly discontinued and had this godly status in the fragcom. People were dropping $200 to $300 on partial bottles of this, and it was brought back into the market. Unfortunately, it was reformulated, not as boozy or as long-lasting, if you will, as the older version. This here is an original 2009. I love this bottle. I actually have another bottle that is a newer formulation just so I could compare. This is a little darker and it lasts a lot longer. I get 12 plus hours. This is beautiful dried fruits. You have that tar note from the original and a great, great note of whiskey in here. Definitely one of my favorite boozy scents of all time at number 2. I wore this fragrance so much back in 2011, 2012, going out, clubbing. I don't do that anymore, but if you do like to go clubbing, perhaps I should do a top 10 favorite clubbing scents, but you know, that's another video, but do check this out. It's a great, great boozy scent, definitely one of my favorites of all time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, the number 1. Give me a drum roll. You could not do a top boozy scent list without this next scent. This is a number 1 for sure. This is definitely my favorite of all time, hands down. You know, ever since I started loving niche fragrances and boozy scents, this fragrance, and again, there was a ton of fragrances that I could have featured in here if I did a top 20 that were left out, but these are definitely my favorites. And this one here, without a doubt, is the crown jewel. This one here from the house of Roja Dove, Creation E or Enigma. A stellar fragrance, one that just smells like $1,000,000. The cognac note here is unbelievable. I love that when you first spray this on, you get that booziness, but you also get that almost like, you know, Cuba Libre kind of effect with a Coca-Cola kind of aroma that you get, and it quickly dissipates. Then you get into this spicy, vanilla, creamy dry down. It's just out of this world. This fragrance here, one word to summarize it, it's heavenly. This fragrance is worth $1,000,000 as far as what the scent and what it makes you smell, how it makes you feel, and you know, the people around you are gonna definitely ask you what you're wearing because it has that effect on people. It's just so unique and so alluring of a fragrance. Roja Dove, Enigma, or Creation E, my number 1 favorite boozy scent of all time. So let me know in the comment section below, what are your favorite boozy scents? Did I miss anything that should have been featured here? Please comment down below. I'd love to read your comments. Now, before I go into the next note featured next month, which most likely will be tobacco, if you guys wanted to see like a, you know, subcategory of this boozy scent video, if you guys want to see perhaps my top favorite 5 or 10 whiskey scents, my top 5 or 10, you know, rum scents, please comment down below and I'll sure look into it. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. If you have any, give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Click on the little bell to get more notifications and not miss any videos I put out. And also, please subscribe for a lot more great content coming your way. Stay fragrant, keep on spraying, and I'll catch you in the next one.